Hey guys, in this video we are going to start the series by designing the main stuff in the main form. So before the tutorial begins, I have to say that if you want to follow this video as it is, then download the project file from the link below, because there will be stuff like demo images and code so that you won't go to the lost and found box. So if you guys haven't watched the previous video, please do check it out, because it would give a good explanation about what's going to happen in the next few videos. So for today's work, you must have installed Visual Studio. Probably you might have it because we learned a lot throughout the series, and any version is acceptable if you have Visual Studio 2010. I must say that you are quite lucky for now, because you can skip the configuration part. First we need to create a new project. So click here if you're on the start page, or you can go to File, New and Project. And let's go to CLR under Visual C++ and select CLR empty project and give the project a name. So I'm just gonna name it Modern Sign-In Form, and if you guys want you can change the location, but for now let's just leave it there. And next I'm gonna create the project by clicking OK. Now this will create an empty project for us, so it will have nothing on the screen. So you just have to go to the project and add a new item. So let's click on add new item, and you can go to UI and click on Windows Form, and you can give a name here, but I'm just gonna leave it myform.h because we are not going to add new forms, so that the names would not be a conflict for us. So I'm just gonna click add. Pretty basic stuff, and if you guys don't know what I'm doing and these are like Greek to you, no offense for Greeks, sorry, you can just watch the first video in this series where we go through the basics of setting up the Windows Forms application template. So right now I'm getting this error and I really don't know what this means. So if you guys know what this is, you can just leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'm not gonna find out because I'm too lazy to Google it. So I'm just gonna close this and go to Solution Explorer and open it again, and this should work. Next we're gonna have to go to Project and Properties, and from there I'm gonna go to Linker and System and Subsystem, and I will set it to Windows. Let's go to Advanced and create the entry point as main. So next we need to go to Solution Explorer, myform.cpp. So now you have to paste some code. This is the template code, and paste it here. And the last thing you need to do is change this project 1 to the project name. So I'm gonna type Modern Sign-In Form. So that's it. Save the file and close it. So now that we have the form, we can start working on it. So let's go to View and let's open up the toolbox, and you should open the properties window, and that's all you need. So the first tweaks are pretty easy. First we will change AutoScaleMode, which is right here, to none, which will help us when we change font size. So let me show you what I mean by that. So if we were to set the AutoScaleMode to font, which is the default one, and if we were to change the font to something like Sego UI, actually the font really doesn't matter right now, but the font size is what we are looking for. So if we were to change the font size to maybe 16 or something and click OK, as you can see the form has resized, because we have set the AutoScaleMode to font, which means when the font size is increased, the form will automatically scaled, i.e. auto-scaled. So we need to set the AutoScaleMode to none so that we can work on the font sizes quite easily. So you might ask, what's the reason that I want to change the font of the form, because there's nothing on the form. No, actually when we're adding stuff to the form is acting like a container and it contains those stuff. So if we were to change properties of the form that are common to those new components, those properties will affect those components as well. So if we were to change the font of the form, and if we were to add a label from here just like this, normally this label will be Microsoft Sans Serif and 8 pixels large, but right now it is Sego UI and 15.75 points large. So that's the difference, and you might want to do this because if you guys want to create some sort of theme to your application and you guys want to use the same font for everything, you can just play around the properties of the form itself, so you guys can change it once and it will change throughout the application. So I'm just gonna get rid of this label because we will get into that later. So next we need to change the background of this form. So let's go to background image and click here, and from here I'm going to choose this image. So let's open that, and this will add the image to our form. So next we'll go to size, and I'm going to change the size of the form. So what I'm going to do is I will actually type in it, but you guys can play around with these handles and get the proper size. So I'm just gonna type 743 and comma and 516. So this is gonna give me this type of form. So next what I'm gonna do is I will go to the toolbox and I'll take this label, and next I'm gonna go to back color, and this is where the image comes in, right? So if you were to create something like this, the design of this application that we are going to build, then you need a picture like this with some part left with a solid color and only some part of the picture is actually colorful, so that you can add stuff on the empty space here and leave the picture like this. So right now this color is black, and I'm just gonna make the back color of the label black, just like that. And next I'm gonna change the fore color to white. I will place it right here, and I'm just gonna change its text to sign in. Next I will increase the font size a bit, like 28 or something. Yeah, that seems pretty fine. And next I will copy and paste this label and place it over here or something like that, and then let's change the font size to 8. I'm gonna use this as the username label. Copy this label and paste it over here or something. I'm just gonna change the text to password, and let's go to the toolbox. So now I'm searching for a text box, and I will place it here, and then I will make it large. And for the font size I'm gonna reduce it to 10 because that's what heroes do. And here comes the interesting part. There is something called border style, and you need to put it none. And from the back color you're gonna have to choose black, and for the fore color white. The text box just blends with the background. We cannot really see it, but we are gonna add something called a panel. So a panel is just a container which can contain other stuff. You guys don't have to worry about that, we'll get into that later. Just know that you can use panels to put stuff inside of them, just like this form, or you can just use them like rectangles. Like we can use a panel right here, right below the text box, just like that, and I'm gonna resize it, and I will change the height to 2. Here we have a nice text field. So I'm just gonna position this password text a little bit, and I will select both of these, the panel and the text box, and copy and paste, and I will place it over here right below the password text, just like that. Now we have designed most of the application, and now we're going to add something called a checkbox. So you can check whether the user agrees with the terms and conditions. So I'm just gonna click here and add the checkbox right there, and I will go to back color and I will put black. Now you may be wondering that I missed something. Actually I wanted to show you the practical advantage of changing the properties on the form itself. If I made the back color of the form black, the fore color white, then I'm gonna have to work with every single component to change its back color and the fore color. So this is pretty good stuff. You just edit it once and you can just use it everywhere. So now as you can see, checkbox's foreground color, the text color, has been changed to white automatically, even if I didn't choose it manually. So now what I'm gonna do is I will change the font size to 8, and I will type the text as I agree to that. So I will add a space here because we might need that. And next what I'm gonna do is I will copy one of these labels and place it here right next to the checkbox, and I'm gonna place it just like that. And next I'm gonna change the fore color. So I'm just using this blue color which kind of matches the image, and also I'm gonna use it as the accent of this application. So I'm just gonna type the text as terms and conditions. Now as you can see, we have the checkbox right here and the text right here. So the text appears in contrast to the checkbox. So user can click on the terms and conditions label and he can view the terms and conditions. So let's go to the toolbox and grab a button to make the sign in button. Let's go to flat appearance and set the flat style to flat, and let's expand this and make the border style 0. Now let's go to the back color and I'm going to choose the exact blue color, and let's reduce the font size to maybe 10. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I'm going to change the text to sign. So now what I'm going to do is I will copy this button and paste it over here, and let's go to flat appearance, change the border size to 1. Now let's go to back color and set it to black, and for the font color I'm gonna choose blue, and I'm gonna change the text to exit. So the reason why I did this is not just because this is beautiful to look at, but also it makes great contrast between the two buttons. It makes more emphasis on the sign in button rather than on the exit button, so that the user recognizes well the sign in button and just can ignore the exit button. That's pretty much it for the user interface, but there's a few tweaks we need to do on the form. So the first thing we are gonna do is I'll go to the form's properties and let's change the form border style to none. This makes that close button and the title bar go away so that this form looks like a modern application. So the next thing we need to do is go to start position and change it to center screen, so that when you launch the application it will launch on the center of the screen. Otherwise it will just appear somewhere around here, and that's not really good. You just have to keep focus on the application. So the best focus point is the center, so you can keep the application on the center, and that's a pretty good way to gain attention. So that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Fortunately you learned a lot of stuff, and in the next video we're gonna do a little bit of coding. So if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.